All right, we're ready to make some peach wine. We're gonna use canned peaches. If we use regular, you won't be able to taste it.
You look like you're about to go up Brokeback Mountain.
I've done been there.
I am the mountain.
All right, I got 5 cans of peaches in heavy syrup. I'm gonna run them all through the blender. Reason why I'm doing canned peaches is because if I did store-bought, or if I did regular old peaches, the flavor in them is almost, it's so small, it's so subtle that it wouldn't come out in the wine. So canned it is. These things been sitting in these cans forever, and flavor's gotten to come out of them. Just make sure that that's all it is pretty much peaches and syrup. There's no preservatives in these. See if we can do 3 at a time instead of just 2. Hell yeah. I already did 2.
Are them in heavy syrup or light syrup?
Heavy syrup. Boom. You got much room in that pan. All right, we're gonna put about 1.5 pounds of sugar in here.
What's that, about 3 cups?
Yeah, that's 2. I'm gonna put
1.5 pounds,
one
about
more
3
cup.
cups.
We're gonna call it 3 cups of sugar.
Ooh, I'm making grandmama's pie right here, boy. Look at that.
Oh, I feel like I'm making pie.
Peach pie. Grandmama's peach pie.
All right, you don't have to cook this for long. As soon as it starts to bubble like that, you get that sugar mixed in there good. You can cut that heat off and let it cool down. All right, you get you a gallon of water, pour most of it in a big ass bowl so you can make room for this.
Oh, that should look like some jam.
Oh yeah. I better make good jam. Jam it in your blue knot. Bitch ass honky. All right, we're gonna pitch our yeast. We're using 71B. You want your water, get you some water, heat it up in the microwave. You want it between 95 and 98.6 degrees. We got our thermometer, spot on. Let this cool down before you do that. Take a temperature reading of your brew too. You want to aerate it. Get a bunch of oxygen in there. And then you want to let that sit for 5 minutes, and then we'll pour it in here. All right. We got a temperature reading on this. It's 97 degrees. Let's throw our yeast back up. This could be any temperature below 98.6.
What if it's too hot?
If it's too hot, it'll shock that yeast. It ain't good for it. And it might ruin the brew. Might. Probably won't, but your brew will be slow as shit. You might kill some of that yeast or shock it to where it won't like it. You want to stir that yeast in here, shake the shit out of it. Pages. Put airlock on there. Fill your airlock about halfway full of water. Make a mess.
Yeah, I made less of a mess than I thought I was going to.
And 2 weeks. Let it sit for 2 weeks. All right, we got our peach wine. We're gonna move to a secondary, clean it up. It got a little wild and kind of went all over the windowsill.
Need a little more headspace.
Yeah. I think that yeast just went crazy because when we made it, our stuff was up to temp. It was at the right exact temperature and that yeast just went to town. Look at that. That happens. It don't mean that anything's wrong at all. It fucking happens sometimes. We should have left maybe another little tiny bit of headspace, but I can't wait to try this. The peach is such a mild fruit. It's hard to get that flavor through, but I think that we're gonna do it in a very good way, the way we did it. Clogged up already?
Yeah, man, we might have to run that through a sieve first.
It's chunky. Oh, it's coming out. It's coming out. All right. Well, that keeps clogging up our siphon. So, because there's so many little peach chunks, we're gonna use this sieve. We'll move it like this first. Get a lot of that peach out of there. We'll come back to you when it's moved to the secondary. All right, now we got it ran through the strainer. We're going to siphon it into our secondary. There'll be a link to this siphon in the description. You throw that in the sink without dripping it all over everything. All right, this is what we got. It got stirred back up, so I'm gonna have to move it one more time. I don't know, I think I might just cold crash it and then bottle it. I'm gonna put it in the refrigerator for about 3 days, I think. Hopefully all the solids drop to the bottom. Then we'll be able to clear it up. All right, it's time to bottle this peach wine. If you could see, we got quite a bit of sludge. I cold crashed it, which just means putting it in the refrigerator. It's been in my refrigerator for about 4 days. So all that sediment dropped to the bottom. All the yeast, everything's out into the bottom. So now we're gonna use this wine siphon. There'll be a link in the description where you can get these. We're gonna use this. We're gonna siphon it right into these bottles. I put a link to the yeast in the description also. It's usually better to buy like 5 or 10 packs at a time because it's so cheap. I mean, a yeast packet's like $1. The cool thing about wine is it's simple to make. It's hard to fuck it up. And it's so cheap to make. It don't cost nothing. Sample.
That's enough to sample.
Good.
Yeah.
All right, there was a lot of sludge in this, but as you can see, we got 2 and enough to sample. And I think it's gonna be well worth it. We should have probably did a 2-gallon batch, but look how beautiful that is. And over time, that'll clear up even more. Now we're gonna test it out, let you know what it tastes like. All right, we're gonna test this peach wine out. It smells a little peachy. It smells a lot like wine.
That's strong.
It is super strong wine.
That's good.
It's good, but
It could use some sorbate and a little sugar.
yeah. And that wine keeps coming through, or that peach
Late.
keeps coming through after.
I mean, that's not real dry though. Like, that's a
It's
good ass
strong.
wine. That's
That
strong.
will fuck you up. That's some peach Mad Dog 2020, boy.
Dude, that is like awesome Mad Dog 2020. I've never said them words together. That's really good, man.
It's good wine. And it'll clear up.
Yeah, the longer it sits.
But I mean, that works.
I'll probably have my bottle in a year from now. His bottle will be gone in a couple days.
I could drink 5 of those in one night, if not more. It's good wine, man.
That turned out really good, man.
It's really strong.
Well,
Like that'd make a good liquor. I know everyone's gonna say, run it through the still.
Peach brandy. If there was 5 gallons of this, I probably would.
Yeah. I don't know, that's a success. I'm not like, peach stays there, and it's a good peach taste.
Peach is just a real light flavor, so it's not going to have a whole lot.
I'm not like I was with the blueberry or the, but it works. It's a good peach wine. I want more peach though. I want more sweet. I think it has plenty of peach, but I like a little bit sweet wine. So I would say that if you make this and you like it sweet, then you probably should back sweeten it. Put a little potassium sorbate, a little bit of sugar in there. Besides that, it's pretty good shit. Fuck your mama, bitch.